man. It may be that the Oba was trying to prevent the British vice-consul from seeing these grisly rites. At any rate, his messengers did their best to persuade the British to delay, if only by a few days. But Vice-Consul Phillips was not to be put off, and with his British companions and 240 carriers, he left Ugoton at 7 o'clock on the morning of the next day, January the 4th. Their only weapons were revolvers, and those they packed away in their baggage to emphasize that they were coming in peace. Yet they knew that the sacred and secret rituals of Igwe were continuing in the city even as they marched. This is the path they took. It is so thin and narrow that they had to march in single file, and it wound through the thickest bush. The Benin chiefs, without the Oba's knowledge, had prepared an ambush, and at 3 o'clock in the afternoon of January the 4th, Vice-Consul Phillips led his men straight into it. Europeans and Africans were slaughtered indiscriminately. Only 2 Europeans escaped. The Benin warriors hunted them through these thick forests and came within yards of them several times. They had nothing to eat, and the only thing to drink was the dew from the leaves. One of them was badly wounded, but after 5 days they reached the river. The wounded man's arm had already turned gangrenous. Both their bodies were black with thorns. The news of the massacre had gone ahead of them, and on January the 11th, only 7 days after the massacre, it was in London. A punitive expedition had to be mounted. The British government summoned ships from the Cape and the Mediterranean. Marines were dispatched from England. By the first week of February, 1,500 men had begun the march on Benin. The battle was fierce, but inevitably short. The Bini tribesmen had no chance against Maxim guns and rockets. On February the 18th, after 4 days of sporadic fighting and only 6 weeks after the massacre, the British took Benin City. In the abandoned palace, the victorious soldiers found wonders and horrors.